Construction by nature can be quite compartmentalised, quite siloed, with the relationships between the different parties as well as the different activities. Lots of stuff done in a remote office, remote to the site, before you get to site, and then site have to deal with it. Connected construction for me just brings all those things together. Now, some of that is the people, getting them into the same space, the same discussions, but part of it is the processes, part of it is the equipment, part of it is the workflows, the steps that we follow.
Yeah, so when we started, we first bought the scanner. The first projects went out to use it on, they hit that blocker straight away of how do they get it from the scanner that the tablet works with onto the laptop, but then actually give it to somebody.
So we carried out the scans on site. We'd then download this data on a USB. This data would take absolutely ages to come through, so we'd have to leave it for hours overnight and keep the tablet on charge. And then once it made its way to the USB, we'd take that USB and download it on our laptops. This would slow the processing power down for everything else that you want it to do though. Once it's made its way to your laptop, we had it on Trimble Business Centre for everyone to analyse and process. This process was literally taking days to complete, and it also meant the site team weren't able to see their own data as a normal laptop couldn't support this.
So the old process we had in place was insufficient for the resource we had within the company. We were spending too much time sharing information, processing information, and due to the size of the information, we were experiencing failed uploads. Another pain point was the integration between platforms. It just didn't exist whatsoever, so we felt we were double handling a lot of information. There was issues surrounding iterations of documentation, files, etc., because we were having to download and upload to CD every time rather than having a live platform. And this led to discussions with Trimble, who were always open to listening to our ideas, and through working together, we came up with a kind of practical solution on how to go forward.
The sort of scan to BIM workflow for us, as we call it, is running from taking the scanner on site, the laser scanner, through to sharing that data, whether it be internally or to externals, using Viewpoint for projects, taking that as the mechanism to sharing the information. That's where we want to get to. We've introduced using Trimble Connect as a mechanism to share from the scanner through to that platform to get it on the cloud in the first place, and then you can take it from that into Trimble Business Centre, process that or do what you need to do with it in there, and then share it directly into Trimble Connect again, and then pull it into Viewpoint for projects.
The workflows have given us huge gains in terms of on-the-ground practices. In terms of our site teams, it means that we're getting a single source of truth, we're getting out there, and we're, in terms of speed of actual data collection, our surveying is much faster now. We're getting a much larger area, and we're able to work through that data much quicker than we previously were. So it means that everyone's able to collaborate effectively and, in a timely manner.
It's also allowed us to bring the benefits of technological advancements closer to the client in a more tangible way and in a more obvious way. And as well, it's allowed us to actively demonstrate the benefits of collaboration, what we've been doing, George Leslie, with Trimble, and that's been obvious for all to see.
It's much more effective to look at one single source of the truth and everyone to have access to that, and to have it in a visual representation in 3D model is hugely beneficial to us, especially for the pre-planning works, and then moving forward into the externally, it's probably even more so that we can share that with the designers and they're working to the same data sets as us, and importantly pushing it back through Viewpoint as well. So it's really just coming full circle, all within the same ecosystem.
We're finding that through trial and error, actually getting it wrong initially, if we ask people to use these new tools without explanation of the benefits that drop out of the back end, they tend to say, no, sorry, can't do, or it's taking up too much time. But where they find out the whole life cycle of that benefit using the tools across the whole workflow, they actually get engaged better, and we can leverage the productivity and improvements through use of these new tools.
So the big one for us is that point of contact, where you reach out and you get an answer, or you get somebody to speak to. Their support teams are fantastic in doing that. The fact that you've got people that you can pick up the phone to and speak to, and that they can jump on and look at it. I say 95% of our issues are solved within the hour. Taking the scanners and the process itself from where we had it, we've got a 97% time saving on just sharing that data from scanner to the third party or the internal team that are looking at it. and I could scale that per scanner if we were to need to buy more. We worked, it's worth roughly about £15,000 per scanner that we would be avoiding.
We're aiming to roll out the full scan to bin process on all projects we do to try and drive productivity using innovative tools and techniques. We've got quite a journey to go. We're, as you know, still in a trial phase, doing sort of 4 or 5 at any one time, but we're aiming to grow that. And that's utilising the Trimble systems from scan to bin on site, using the X9 LiDAR scan, for instance, taking the data through Trimble Connect, using Tekla for the design, and then using the Trimble equipment out on the park for machine control and setting out.
Having this has led to the right people having the right information at the right time, which is crucial for us.